If you think about the things you wanted to achieve last year in your life, things you want to have right now in your life, why don't you have them yet? Most of us were brought to believe that manifesting is harder, it takes 7 hours of meditation, it feels you have to try harder, you never need to have doubts, but in reality, we have the order of creation backward. So by the end of this video, you're gonna feel like this person, in love with your life, in a flow that you never want to exit, in which things are happening for you. And this flow will take care of you and will give you exactly what you need in your life. And it will be faster, it will feel lighter, and it will feel that you never ever want to leave that state. So I have a quick test to do first. If you fail this test, I suggest you not to go ahead with this video, because you're not ready to hear this yet. But if you do this test, it's gonna be so impactful in your life that you're gonna realize something that took me years to realize and to feel it for once. And by the end of this video, the really end, you're gonna feel exactly the way I'm feeling right now, in which I achieved all the things I wanted to achieve last year. It's freaking amazing. So the test starts by asking you a simple question. Think about something you really want in your life. Maybe it's money, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a new job, a new opportunity. And the question for you is, what are you going to feel when you get that thing? Maybe you're gonna feel more safe, you're gonna feel freedom because you have more money, maybe you're gonna feel loved, maybe you're gonna feel you're living a dream. Now, you understand that one of the first concepts you're gonna feel by the end of this video, which is anything and everything we want in our life, we want it because we want to feel a specific emotion. So stop chasing the outcomes and start feeling the emotions. It seems simple, and it's simple, but we're gonna understand how to do it step by step in this video. First, let's learn what's wrong in your pattern of creation right now. Understanding that will make you aware on how to change it. Wrong pattern of creation. If you clicked on this video, most likely you have circumstances in your life that you're influenced by, that you would like to change. Circumstances that give you some kind of emotions that you want to stop because you know they will never get you the money that you want, or the relationship you want with someone you love, or the health you want. I don't know why you're here, but if you're here, there must be a reason. And the reason is to understand this important concept that will change your life forever. Now, everything we want to get in life, we get it because we see lack. So let's say you see lack of money, and you say, I want to have more money. And let's say you see lack of relationship, and you say, I would like to have someone to spend my life with. You see lack in your health, and you say, I would like to feel more energetic or feel healthier than before. So first of all, we create from lack. But the problem is that we stay in lack while we are creating. So in other words, people think like, when I will get that money, I will feel happy, I will feel satisfied, I will feel safe. When I will get the relationship, I will feel love. When I will get the job, I will feel happy. When I will get customers, I will feel successful. Whatever you're saying, the problem is this. When in your physical reality, something is going to happen, you are going to feel something. We've been conditioned by thinking this way. We've been conditioned this way. We've been enslaved by thinking this way. Why? Because things will never give you the emotions you're looking for. Things don't have emotions. Things cannot create emotions for you. Now think about this. Let's say you receive a new house, okay? You bought a new house. How happy are you about the house? I'm super happy, That lasts how long? 1 week, 1 month, 2 months. After 2 months, you're living in a house and it's okay. So, and you maybe go back on the same way of feeling before. You go back on the same way of feeling before. So we're trying to change reality and getting things without changing how we really feel first. And so the point is this, the same happens with circumstances. We allow circumstances to change our internal emotional state, which are totally different things. And outside of the world, it seems so normal to something bad happens, I need to feel bad. Well, it's not totally true, because what's true is things will never give you an emotion, as well as circumstances cannot give you emotions. What gives you emotions is yourself. People have emotions. People feel emotions. Stones, chair, table, house, phone don't have emotions. They cannot give you emotions. So this has to be reversed. Think about this. Do you have the house that you want? Do you have the money that you want? Do you have the relationship that you want? The answer is no, you can't have it right now, so you can't feel that way right now. But what can you decide to do is this: to understand that you have feelings. You can feel, you can really feel. What you have to realize is that you have feeling. You can really decide to feel now in love with your life, in a dream home, in happiness, in abundance, so that the physical reality will catch up. You may have heard about this, but I'm going to tell you now something that goes deeper than this. And the concept is this. Every time I see this, when I'm explaining this to people, a quote comes to my mind which says, when you work harder on yourself, you will never need to work harder in reality. Let me explain it to you. In the first quadrant, we're going to put thoughts. Here we're going to put energy or feelings, what you feel. In this one, we're going to put actions. And we're going to put results. Question for you is, what are results? According to you, is health a result? Is relationship a result? Is money a result? Yes, all of those things, money, relationships, and health, and whatever you want to get in your life is a result. So basically, we can say the results are reality. The reality you create because of your actions, decisions, effort you're putting. Based on your emotional state, how you feel in that day, how you feel in that moment, how you feel in your life constantly, consistently. And those feelings and energy comes from your thoughts. What you think you are right now. Who you think you are right now. So, in other words, if you think, I am not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, I'm always behind, this is a negative thought. Your energy will be related to your thought, which will be like feeling unsatisfied or feeling powerless. How many actions are you going to take? Of course, less. Or not as impactful actions as you were in a very empowering state. So now what happens is, this will generate a result that most likely it's not what you really want, but it's what you are programmed to. And so this will reinforce the fact, see, I'm not enough. See, I'm not enough disciplined. See, I'm not good enough. See, I'm not worthy. See, so you're going to reaffirm what the original thought was. And this goes over and over, creating then a behavior, a state of consciousness. Everybody has a different state of consciousness. So, for example, your mom will never take the same actions you take. Your coworker, your friend, a scientist, a physicist, whatever it is, they will never take the same actions that you take. Why everybody takes different actions? Because they have different state of consciousness. Why do people have all different lives? Because they have different state of consciousness. So what they think they are, they feel, and they create. I have people that sometimes object saying, but Cosimo, if I put a lot of actions here, 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 at some point I may get the result. And I say, yes, you're putting a lot of effort, but this is limited. Actions are limited. I want to give an example. I had a client that he said, Cosimo, I want to have more clients, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to increase my hours of work. I'm not going to go on vacation this year. I'm going to be so focused on my work, and that's it. I'm going to make all the results I need to because I need money. I need to feel happy. I need to feel safe. Okay? And so he told me this story, how now it went. He said, at some point, Cosimo, I felt kept. I felt that we have this amount of time and this amount of energy. We can't live a 72 hours a day. So in the physical world, there is a limit. In your mental world, in your emotional world, there is no limit. Really no limit. You can feel unlimited love, unlimited power, unlimited happiness. And so you can't wait on the physical world to change, you can't wait on your reality to change in order for you to change your feelings. And here I'm gonna say something that's not really sexy about manifestation. Manifestation is not about getting things. Manifestation is about changing yourself and your emotions. Because once you change your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings, when you take your actions, these are gonna be inspired, powerful, and more meaningful actions. I know that at least one time in your life you felt inspired by taking that action and then you were surprised about the result. You didn't expect the result to come in your life. And you said, if I didn't listen to that inspiration, I wouldn't have achieved this result. And so, the process of manifestation is a process to change yourself, your life, to be better than before, to be the best self you can be. And now the question is, how do I do that in a way that's faster, lighter, and it doesn't feel that I'm trying harder? Because manifestation is not trying harder. Manifestation is really to work harder on yourself. You'll never need to work harder in reality. And things are gonna find you in an unexpected way that you really are going to enjoy and feel even more love for your life. And this will bring more love and more enlightenment in your life. So now let's talk about the right order of creation. I'm going to do now something that's gonna be so tangible. You will never forget this video in your life. You will never forget this concept in your life. And it really changed my life once I realized it. So I think you're gonna save this video because you're gonna have a breakthrough you will never forget. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put together for you the spiritual, esoteric world with the scientific world with the everyday life. Because at the end of the day, you have to bring all those concepts in your life, but we forget how to do that, or we are basically confused, or we don't know what to start with. But what I'm gonna do now, it's gonna create so much clarity in your life, and with clarity, I'm gonna divide this in 3 parts. Here's gonna be the spirit, religious, whatever you wanna call it part. Here is gonna be the scientific part, and here we're gonna put the everyday life.
Click the link below for part 2. Discover the right order of creation.